Hey everyone, Jen here. In this short training, I'm touching on the topic of email scripts for cold outreach. And the reason I filmed this is because it's one of the most common things that people ask me is like, what do you write in a cold outreach? What's your script? Can you share your script with me? So this is both to share that with you, but also perhaps to demystify some of the things about outreach messaging. Basically, with cold outreach, a success formula is quite simple. It comes down to the combination of the right offer message in the right inbox of the right list of leads. And so you can see that the offer message or the right copy or the script is only 1/3 of the piece of cold outreach success. So if you're sending lots of cold emails and you're not finding that you're getting a lot of replies, it may not just be your script. It could be that your emails are not even landing in the inbox, or that you're targeting the wrong list of leads. And so it's worth looking at all of them. Essentially, breaking those three down even further, your email copy is the right offer message and touching on the pain points of the person that you're targeting. Deliverability is the science of getting emails into the inbox. And I do have another piece of content around how to optimize the deliverability of your cold email if you'd like to go and check that out. It's either currently a blog post or it will be a video soon. And then the other piece of it is list creation. So finding the right leads who are actually the right people to be speaking to. And if any of these are out, you're just not going to be, people are not going to be opening your email. They're not going to even be receiving it. Or if they are opening it and receiving it, they're not going to be responding because they are not the right person or the offer message is not resonating with them. So when we start to think about what is our offer message, so if we think about put deliverability aside, that's a whole other topic around landing in the inbox. But what we want to specialize and focus down on is, do we have the right list and are we saying the right thing? So we go back to the drawing board a bit and think about our market research and we just try and understand who are we talking to and what is their significant business pain. So what are they struggling with right now that is really important to them? Where are they at right now, like their starting point, and where would they like to get to essentially? What's the gap for them that they're experiencing? And then what is the steps that they need to do right now that will help them get where they need to go, but with the least friction, the least resistance, and get results in the smoothest possible time? You can find this out by just talking to your market, but B, also looking at essentially competitors who are also serving that market. What are they doing to solve that problem and how are they doing it with the least friction, with least resistance and getting results in the smoothest possible time? So you notice that none of this is asking, how do we solve the problem at the lowest possible price? And the reason is if people are in pain and there is a solution that gets them to their desired destination with least friction, least resistance, least results, they will pay. There is a lot of money to be paid for these pain points. And the health and fitness industry is case in point. Like people have a significant personal pain, which is being overweight, being out of shape, wanting to have a fit body, be attractive to themselves, to the opposite sex, to whoever they want to date. And so they're currently maybe 10 or 20 pounds or kilos overweight and they want to get to their ideal fitness or their ideal shape. To get there with the least friction, least resistance and get the results in the smoothest possible time is why there are so many fad diets and so many fad weight loss solutions and liposuctions and diet pills and all of this, because people will pay for a solution that gives them least friction and best results very, very quickly. Now, we're not in the market of diet pills and miracle potions and quick fix solutions. We're in the business of helping people solve significant problems for their business, but there's merit in finding out the most efficient solution. Going the long way around doesn't necessarily solve their problem. Doing it in the shortest possible time, like surgery, like go in, get that problem, get it out of them, stitch them up, help them get on their way and be functional in the shortest period of time, can actually command more money than less money. This is why we don't want to be thinking about billing by our time, but billing by a solution. So a solution done quicker that solves a deeper problem is worth more than the hours that is taken. You do not want to be thinking about charging on hours. You want to be thinking about charging on solutions. So this is how we start to understand our market and begin to talk to them in terms of our outreach message, which becomes our offer and outreach message. Obviously, we're deciding not only who we're talking to, but who is the decision maker who has the most to gain from improving this situation. Now, one big thing, particularly about talking within a company, is that there'll be multiple decision makers. Someone has the budget to approve this. Another person is actually experiencing the pain or the problem in their department, and they have to collaborate to get this solution going. Really, what you want to do is optimize your targeting to who is the decision maker who's the most motivated to improve this situation, because if they don't have the budget, they will go and find the budget because they're incredibly motivated to solve this problem. And they can do the internal work for you within the company to get that deal over the line. The next step is, once we know who we're targeting, you want to find a valid email address or LinkedIn URL for them. So that's just a matter of, again, market research, just finding valid email addresses and making sure that they're still in that role and that they're on LinkedIn and they're reachable. And another piece of market research you can do is try and find a few decision makers within the same company, because when you outreach, it's worth talking to a few people and making them know that you know who are the other decision makers. And it's a way of hyper personalization, is to talk to someone and say, I've also reached out to your colleague XYZ. And so they know that you've done your homework and that you actually found a few people within the company to talk to, and you know them by name and you know them by role. Okay, before we start to look at a few scripts, here's a few do nots or don'ts. So we're not selling in our cold outreach message. We certainly are not pitching, hi, I have a web design service. These are my prices. Here's my brochure. Do you want to get on a sales call with me? This is not going to go down well. We are selling, but we're selling in a different way. We're selling through value by offering value up front. Also, do not waffle on about your bespoke product or service. And this can be the case with very technical products. So things like software, CRM, SaaS products, things like that. You can be in love with your product and talk in depth about the technical specificity of your product and why it's so great. Really, people don't really care about the service or the product that you offer. They're really thinking about a solution and the business problem that they're experiencing right now. So we need to talk in terms of what they're experiencing and then make our product relevant to them. So we're going to speak in their language first. I think it goes without saying that we don't spray and pray. So we're not just saying anything to anyone. I think that's a big waste of everybody's time. Another thing around deliverability is, don't pack your email with images or logos or links. Keep your links to a minimum. I don't send any links in my first one or two emails, but I do in later emails, just purely for a deliverability purpose. And then keep things like italics and bolds and fonts to a minimum, even like headers and footers and all kinds of things. Just keep it really simple. Lots of white space, so it's really easy to read, not just all clumped up and condensed in a little paragraph. If you need to, bold words that you want to call attention to, but do that sparingly so that it draws the eye. On the flip side, some cold email do's, which we've already addressed, is do create a hyper-targeted list. So the more market research you can do, the better. And the more specific you can be about who you're talking to, the better. So do your homework. Second, we're going to talk about a specific problem. Again, not about our solution in technical terms. We're going to talk about the solution for them in business terms, like time saving, cost saving, head efficiency saving, all of these things, and then give a clear call to action. So we're not just engaging them and then just leaving it. We're giving them clear instructions what to do next. Book a call here, reply here, tell me this. Give them a call to action. We try and make our emails as conversational and clear as possible. Minimize jargon, particularly if you're in the realm of software and tools, and we assume that other people know the technical jargon. Perhaps they don't, but they do care about this solution that you've got. So just make it very clear to them the outcome that you're able to create for them. Always be polite, wish them a nice day, just be glad to be part of their world. And from a GDPR perspective now, GDPR is obviously specific to the United Kingdom and to the EU. The data protection rules will be different in every jurisdiction. So definitely do your homework on that and your area. But generally you can email a business person on a business email address with something relevant to their business without their approval. You have to give them information of where you found their data if they ask, and you have to remove them if they request that they don't hear from you anymore. And you certainly can't subscribe them to future mailing lists and things like that. So that's the general data protection laws, but by all means, look into it thoroughly in your region and what are the specificities for you and your company, and the consequences of that if you go foul of those general data protection rules. Okay, so I'm just going to look at a few email scripts because this is what people have always asked me to look at. These are email scripts that have sold thousands of dollars of my consulting services. They have worked for me, so I'm sharing them with you. But, you know, we are constantly working on improving our offer and improving our message. So we've tried really short messages, we've tried really long messages, and I'm just sharing with you a few here. So hi, first name, you can obviously personalize that. Reaching out to ask how is business going and whether you find LinkedIn a helpful platform for generating new business. So I want to connect immediately with a potential pain point for them. Introduce an offer. I help coaches and consultants generate 10K to 100K contracts using organic outreach. So I changed that to $ if I'm reaching out to North America, or pounds if I'm reaching out to the United Kingdom. And now I'm offering them value. I offer a 30-minute strategy session, which entails questions about your company and some suggested ways that you could get more clients online. Let me know if a strategy session would be of interest. If not, no worries. Have a nice day. Wishing you a great day. Kind regards, Jen. All right. So you can see it's fairly smooth. It's not complicated. I'm not going into elaborate techniques of how I use LinkedIn or how I use email. It's just the result. I help clients get contracts using organic LinkedIn and email. Are you having a challenge finding leads on LinkedIn? Let's have a chat. Would you like a strategy session? It's a complimentary session. It gives you advice. It is essentially a sales call, but it's the discovery part of a sales call that can turn into a demo sales call, and where I do actually close people quite frequently on the first or second call. Okay, follow-up email is, I usually send it 3 to 4 days later. Hi, I'm following up on my previous email, offering you a free 30-minute session. This is just the bump. So if they saw the other one but didn't reply, this just bumps them. And then I make an alternative offer. I do actually have some free video training about LinkedIn and building lists of key decision makers and companies. You know, if that's of interest, I'll happy to send them across. If not, no worries. Have a nice day. So again, I'm not sending a link. I'm just offering value, and it's a different form of value. If they've declined a call, they might still be interested in some of my free content. And essentially, I'm getting their permission to email them further and follow them up as a lead because of that. And then the final one, if I haven't heard from them another 3 or 4 days later, I just send them a link. So I've made a video training for you might find helpful on how you can generate high ticket B2B contracts. Here it is. And that's my VSL. So if they've ignored everything else or they've not responded, they still get a link. They still have something that they can watch. It's like my calling card. And I've had people come and sign up and pay me money and become my client because they responded to the third email and they watched my VSL, and it sold them enough to get on a call with me and become a client. So that's just something that's worked for me. So this is an alternative script that we're exploring with longer emails, particularly to larger corporates. Hi, I'm Trust This Morning is treating you well. I was exploring your company and your profile, and I hope it's a good time to connect. I'm writing in the hopes of finding the appropriate person who manages your business operations. I've also written to A and B, and this is where we name drop that we've done some homework and we're reaching out to a few of your colleagues, name them. So I'm Jennifer, I'm the founder of Jen Bishop Consulting, and we help companies and agencies similar to you to book sales meetings with companies from all over the world using LinkedIn and cold email. And then name drop, some of our clients are Cream HR, WSI Smart Web Marketing, Auditel, and ASW Global Consulting. So you can just insert there some recent clients and the client names so that they know, yeah, you've got some pretty good clients. And then a question of relevance to them. Have you ever considered generating more leads via cold outreach using LinkedIn and email? I'd happily spend 30 minutes telling you everything you need to know. So if you're looking to boost your sales, we can help you get sales meetings week after week. I offer a done for you and a 12-week coaching program. So I look forward to hearing from you soon. So you can see that that's quite slightly longer. There's a little bit more body there, but we're exploring that with bigger companies. It's a little bit more for them to digest before they decide to get on a call. A little bit of proof there with names of other clients that we've worked with and names of other colleagues within their company so that they know that this is a personalized outreach. And that brings me to the end. So I think in summary with cold email, there's not really a woo-woo kind of magic message that you can come up with. Really, it comes down to, do you know your target very well? And are you quite specific about who you're reaching out to? Because if you're just reaching out to all business owners because you can help all business owners get more clients, well, they're going to feel that impersonality of like, this is a generic message, with a generic offer. But if you're able to say, I help B2B consultants and agencies generate leads using LinkedIn and cold email within 3 months, you see it becomes more and more specific. Or you can help marketing agencies. Overall, other businesses, you specialize on marketing agencies. And here is some evidence of 3 marketing agencies I've helped recently. You see that getting specific helps you do your research and find leads. It helps you craft a message that's relevant to them. It helps you understand the problems that they're facing and craft a solution that's going to help them quicker with less friction and with results smoother. And therefore, you're going to be able to charge more premium prices. It's going to help you create value content like VSLs and free training and guides. It's going to help them. And when they watch it, they're going to feel that it's relevant to them because it's so specific. Really, the secret of email, beyond deliverability and some of the technical things about getting emails into inboxes, is know your market, have a really clear offer that's relevant to their pain, and then send enough emails to the right list and maintain your volume and maintain consistency over time. So if you would like to talk about your cold email strategy, if you would like to discuss how you could improve your cold email outreach, be very happy to have a call with you and talk about it. Please add me on LinkedIn, Jen Bishop Consulting, send me an email, jenbishopconsulting.com, or check out our website and some of our client testimonials. You can also DM me on Facebook. Just suggest a few times. Very happy to jump on a call with you and talk about where your cold outreach might be going wrong, how to massage your message, how to really screw down and kind of nail your offer message so that your outreach messages are really resonating with your niche and you're just getting the right replies, the right number of calls booked, and start closing those deals. Or if you'd like someone to run your cold email for you, then that's something that we could definitely talk about, or even cold email and LinkedIn campaigns. That's something that we can help you with. All right, so that brings us to the end of the video. I look forward to talking to you soon. If you're watching this on YouTube, just make sure you like and subscribe to the video, and I look forward to talking to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.